Remembering the 9/11 terror attacks, somber ceremonies across the country today on this 12th anniversary.
8:46 this morning, Ground Zero in New York City, a single bell tolled, followed by a moment of silence marking the exact moment the first hijacked plane struck the World Trade Center. President Obama in Washington took part in a wreath-laying ceremony at another terror target, the Pentagon. And in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, people gathered to remember the heroes who took Flight 93 down there so it could not strike Washington. Here are live pictures right now from New York City showing the new skyline. In the middle, you can see the new World Trade Center 1 building expected to open late this year or early in 2014. And back here, dozens of people gathered for a special 9/11 ceremony in Fairborn. Wally Aliu shows us why this memorial is still so special for first responders at Ground Zero.
When those guns go off, it still makes you jump. It still makes you blink. The sounds of the bagpipes still touch your heart.
Major Jason Metzger and Lieutenant Daryl Perkins were actually at Ground Zero hours after the attacks on September 11, 2001.
Having been on the ground that day, there are sights, sounds, smells, interactions that you'll never forget.
Memories are so vivid and so fresh in our minds.
It's nice to even 12 years later come back and ceremonies like today's where you're still touched.
Fairborn's 9/11 ceremony has been growing now for the last 12 years. It now includes this memorial with a steel beam straight from one of the top floors of the World Trade Center.
And as cool as it is to have this beam here in Fairborn, for some, it's not the beam that's so significant, it's what's on top of it.
Some of the iron workers who cut the steel cut designs in them. And when we got ours, we were totally shocked, pleasantly surprised to see that they had cut across in our piece of steel. I don't think you're going to see too many of these around the country.
It just so happened that Fairborn was lucky enough to get one that has a cross on it. You can't get any more touching than that.
With more funding, organizers hope to make next year's anniversary even more beautiful.
We want to add grasses and trees and other reflective areas to make it a more park-like atmosphere.
For the victims and the first responders who will never forget.
While we remember those victims of September 11th, we need to remember those people who answer the call for help. September 11th, September 12th, and every day after that.
In Fairborn, Wale Aliu, ABC 22 News.
And the memorial at Calamityville is open to the public.